I want people to look at the eyes of these portraits, look at the subjects, and really see themselves reflected back. Because if we see each other as ourselves, then that's a form of justice. I am James Yaya Hough. I'm a contemporary artist, and I'm currently the District Attorney's Artist in Residence for the City of Philadelphia Mural Arts Program.
This is the first instance where an artist will have the opportunity to participate in an Artist in Residence program in a district attorney's office anywhere in the country. And we're so
The stated goal of the residency at the DA's office, which I've titled Points of Connection, was to sort of bring the lives or the lived experiences of those people in Philadelphia who've been justice impacted and center them.
James decided that he wanted to interview people who have had long sentences, people who were juvenile lifers, people who've recently got out, and he wanted to ask people the question, what is justice? And sort of juxtapose that narrative with a judge, with a victim's advocate, and with a district attorney.
I embarked on interviews and also a learning process with these individuals, and also bringing them together to work together and interview each other.
These ideas never happen without the support and the fuel to make them happen and the resources. And that is where Agnes Gund and the Art for Justice Fund came in.
I think an artist in residency, because they have this incredible capacity to communicate, and because we're talking about a movement for criminal justice reform in the United States, arguably the most important civil rights movement of our time, it makes perfect sense to me that artists should be involved.
James Hough was really the right artist. We had known James for 20 years, worked with him at Graterford. He's wise, he's talented.
He thoroughly owns the terrible mistakes that he made when he was much younger. He is someone who, even though he had no hope of leaving jail, worked very diligently, sort of lost himself in his art.
There are so many committed people in the office that want to have an impact. You know, they really want to change the idea of what the prosecutor's office or DA's office is in Philadelphia. And to me, that blew me away.
Ebony Wortham, a lot of us see her as a role model for transformative criminal justice that looks at juveniles and is not prepared to throw them away.
When I interviewed her, she shined just as bright personally as the portrait did.
Stanley Crawford is the grassroots.
Mr. Stanley Crawford has been a ceaseless advocate against violence and crime in the city of Philadelphia, and a tireless advocate on behalf of his deceased son.
We have found that art making has a particular power to engage people, to both shine a light on our distinctions and underscore a commonality.
I think this project should be replicated other places in the country. We are just a very small part of a much larger movement towards reform.
We're in a period of great social change, and this residency represents a point in that change.